I played Pokemon, but with 50 plus new types by JaidenAnimations.
Some of you may have heard, but a while back, Jacob and their team created a little something called Pokemon Too Many Types. It's just a normal game of Pokemon Emerald, but you might notice some things are just a little bit different.
Dude, that bean typing is so good. I got part of the way through a playthrough before the progress got lost. Bean typing is actually based. Bean type is actually OP. Bean typing is, yes, my favorite.
Everyone has talked about how chaotically fun this game is, and I finally found the time to play it myself. Let me tell you, everyone was right. This was the most insane, backwards, chaotic playthrough of Pokemon I've had in quite some time. Professor Birch is being mauled by a dog in the grass right outside my house for the millionth time, and after digging around in his stuff, I helped myself to a Poplio. But not just any Poplio, for you see, this one is silly. Yes! Obviously, I blast the Angie Poochyena to smithereens, and with that, have now earned the freedom to explore the world on my own.
Yeah.
Yep, it's dawning on me that I have no idea how anything works anymore. Trainers had all these new Pokemon, they're pulling out moves I've never seen before, types don't line up the way I'm familiar with. It genuinely felt like I was playing Pokemon for the very first time again. Weasel is Water Fluffy, Snom is Ice Bean, Machop is fighting Stinky. Poplio, give that thing a shower, it reeks. Oh, that's super effective.
She's absolutely correct. I believe we did react to the Alpharad run where we were looking at the overview of everybody, which showcases the amount of time that it takes from a run like that to happen for a JaidenAnimations thing to come out. To which, once again, what I do is very easy. Make sure you go and check out JaidenAnimations. Down in the description down below, you will see a link to this original video and her original channel. Thank you for bearing with me on that one. But no, she's absolutely correct. It is kind of like playing Pokemon for the first time again. Even bean typing, just trying to get the differences down on that. And it showcases how effective this rock, paper, scissors, super effective, not very effective, immune, and neutral effective system can work. Even outside of Pokemon. I think that it's super cool because the creativity factor was cranked up to 11 here. And it is so just fun from the little bit I've played. I got up through Watson and Maulville.
I suppose that makes a lot of sense. Going into this game, I decided not to look at the type chart at all, which, by the way, looks like this. I'm gonna have to, unfortunately, use my brain and logic to figure out how to win every single battle until I'm the champion, which may be a bit trickier than you would even guess. For example, this Impidimp. He has now been turned into a dark gamer Uno reverse type. Naturally. I figured gamer might work similarly to the stinky type and be weak to water. That makes sense, right? All right, well, look, I didn't make the game, all right, guys? I'm just figuring out the riddles. However, let's see what gamer has to say against water type. Take a shot.
I appreciate the funny Majora's Mask potion shop thing. Oh, I know it for Majora's Mask. I think it was in Ocarina too. I do love this soundbite.
What? It's got what?
So here's the logic you got to think about. Not only is it a gamer type, it is an Uno reverse gamer type.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, as much as I might think I know how things would work, you're gonna witness that it doesn't always pan out the way it seems. I scooped myself up a Krabby, which, as you can see, is no longer water type, and entered the Rustboro Forest only to be challenged by a Team Aqua Grunt with a single Snow Runt. I wasn't worried until I realized the hard way that despite its silliness, Poplio still doesn't like grass, and crabs don't mix well with ice. Wiping this early in a Pokemon game is genuinely so humbling, and I don't like it at all. Honestly, I didn't even want to tell you that it happened in the first place, but we run it back because this isn't a Nuzlocke, and my little pets are perfectly healthy after being dunked on.
I really like that the Mr. Krabs thing was used here, like the actual Mr. Krabs design. I think that it's super additive and it's really fun.
This time, we sent the grunt hightailing it back into the bushes. Despite feeling dumb and stupid and pathetic for wiping to a level 9 Team Aqua grunt with 1 Pokemon, I waltzed into the first gym with my chest out like I earned being there. As most of you know, Roxanne is typically a rock-type trainer, but she's now studied the ways of the ancient-type Pokemon, which I didn't think would be much different until she completely steamrolled me.
Oh shit. I got Doggy, but Doggy isn't gonna do too much here.
Trying to remember if Bean was effective against Ancient or not. I don't remember. My whole playthrough up through Watson was with Bean. And oh my god, Bean hard carries in certain aspects. It is wild.
Damn it. Waste of a turn. No! Well.
Her leap is crazy. Sus ancient grass type? How was I supposed to predict that one? What even is that? Now aware of the threat she had in her back pocket, I was able to navigate the rematch with Krabby the Fossil Killer, earning us our very first gym badge.
I actually really like that gym leader theme. So that's the gym leader theme from Sword and Shield. Oh my god. It goes so hard. And I had it on repeat, like especially when I was playing on ladder in Sword and Shield. Like, oh my god, like that was, oh, it's such a banger track. I mean, sure, you could argue some others could have been better, but that one specifically was just amazing.
Also, Geodude is boring, ugly rock. I just wanted to share that one with the room. We took a nice boat ride over to Dewford, where we got to meet lots of new friends in the local cave, like Clink, the Prime Steel Guys, and Sableye, the gamer, who has a little bit of an Easter egg attached to it.
Someone just pointed something out. Okay, will you trade? Yeah,
Oh my God.
Will you move? Yep.
Oh, shit.
You see the acronym.
After saying hi and bye to Steven doing who knows what all alone with his cave rocks, we headed off to challenge Brawly. I opened the gym doors and was immediately hit with a wall of pure disgusting stench. Trying not to physically decay, we crawled through the gym's maze and were met by Stink Master Brawly and his smelly ass team. Krabby knocked his Mankey out cold, but Sock came out and started overwhelming my Pokemon one after the other.
Get so much knowledge. Oh my god.
Like, why wouldn't it be?
So you can imagine I am not happy that this stupid thing is sweeping my team right now. Luckily, the Vulpix I caught earlier was able to tank its hits with its new Fluffy type, and together with our own little stinker of a Stunky, we were able to finish the fight. I snatched that badge from Brawly's greasy hand and basically swam to Slateport myself to wash the
I always love her usage of the Mirror B theme. Like, XD and Coliseum are, and I say this every single time, they are so underrated in my opinion. And that's why I own both my English copies of XD and Coliseum, but my Japanese as well. I had to actually order it. I think it was from eBay, and it came with the funny Celebi bonus disc that was that's actually in its like little paper wrapping still. Man, oh god, I miss Gen 3. I really do. Like, Pokemon was doing numbers in Gen 3. I miss it.
Fumes off my clothes. To dissociate that disgusting experience away, I went and caught myself a new friend. A ground friend, to be specific, as well as a little fluffy Stuffle. We also got to kick out Team Aqua, who was holding the poor Slateport museum lady hostage with a gun. Thank God they were only armed with a harmless water gun horsey, because I do not want to know what dealing with an actual threatening gun-type Pokemon would even look like. Battling more trainers on the route up to Mauville got me back into the mood to take on the third gym, so I shoved Wally out of the way and headed up to Watson. Things started off normal, but quickly spiraled out of control because
I do like that Watson was kind of just like Twitch gamer gym leader in this. Like, this is as far as my knowledge extends up through Watson. Watson was a very interesting experience in this mod.
after Sableye beat up his Porygon, Watson immediately brought out his ace. You know, his famous star Pokemon, Whimsicott.
Yep.
And this thing just starts spamming its new move called Hype Train. Yep. Watson specializes in prime type Pokemon, which would definitely be a funny little hint hint, nudge nudge if I was streaming this on Twitch. But alas, here we are. Unfortunately, one cannot gift Prime subs to a YouTube channel. Sadly, all you can do is click the subscribe button. Isn't that just a shame?
Zinger. That you should definitely go ahead to the original video, which I've conveniently linked, as I said, down in the description. You should like the video. You should go ahead and subscribe. I personally don't like notifications. So if you don't like being spammed with notifications, you can also turn the funny bell off, or you can turn the funny bell on subsequently as well, depending on which one, what videos you want to see. So you do have options, as it turns out, dear viewer.
Well, whether you clicked the button or not, I got wrecked by this cotton ball. Hype Train works the same as Rollout, where each consecutive use gets stronger and stronger, and this Whimsicott must have had some sort of aimbot on, because it didn't miss a single one. It literally demolished my team the second it stepped onto the battlefield.
So good.
I was also a bit unprepared and forgot to level everyone up, so let's just forget that fight even happened. Like, it wasn't even fair, so it doesn't count. Round 2 was where the real action was. This battle was much more neck and neck. Knowing what Watson's tactics were going into the fight, I was able to play around it much more easily. Jaiden doesn't fall for the same charade more than one time. I'm like an AI learning machine, alright? I never lose the same fight stop, no, don't look at that. With Watson defeated, I was now one step closer to becoming the strongest trainer in all of this topsy-turvy hoeing. I caught myself a Honedge, Swablu, and Skarmory while scaling the mountain, and even had time to smack the Team Magma nerds around while heading to Lava Ridge. To avoid another embarrassing under-leveled situation, I got everyone up to Flannery's level cap for a nice, clean, fair fight.
If I remember correctly, I think there's a reusable, like, infinite candy key item as well in this game, which I do appreciate from a quality of life perspective, and it allows people to organically tailor their playstyle. So, like, if they just want to be max level, because there are level gates, right? There are level caps that you can't go past. It will just make sure you cannot level past that for between gyms. So, like, you can't be, like, say, level 40 by Watson, right? I do think, or if you want to organically level, but EXP yield is also incredibly fair that I found. That way you can level up in a reasonable amount of time and really hit that level cap anyways. But if you want to level multiple Pokemon, the infinite candy is definitely an option for you, which I actually really like as a concept. I don't think Pokemon would ever actually make an infinite candy option in a game. But oh my god, would I love it. It would make my job making competitive Pokemon so much easier, especially at level 100. Ugh, goddamn. Yeah. Like there's stuff in this. Eventually, I will attempt another playthrough of this because I don't think I even have the save file anymore for my last attempted run. And even then, partway through that run, I know my software got reset. On my legitimate hardware, obviously, my software got reset, so I couldn't quite do it. But once I forget all about this mod, I'll be sure to actually do a follow-up, because what's the fun if I know everything? The fun is, wow, I totally forgot about this, or what the hell is even that?
It's like, I think the thing that is hardest for me,
wow.
oh god,
Ouch.
reading comprehension. I think that's what I've decided my god!
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
My crabs! Buddy! Holy shit!
Yeah.
What is the downside of this mystic fire? I'm just so weak to fire. And warm hugs. Do I have to wipe to every gym?
Yeah.
Flannery.
Oh, Flannery
She's
retains
mean.
the wall.
I don't know what that Ninetales is eating, but that thing is not normal. After changing absolutely nothing about my strategy and just running back into the gym directly from the Pokemon Center, I demanded a rematch. Like, her team of fluffy Pokemon aren't that tough. I just wasn't ready to be paralyzed and incinerated the whole fight by her puppies and kitties and that roided up monster of a Ninetales. This time, Kingler and Sandslash were able to double team Flannery's fluffy team with much more ease, earning us the heat badge. With half the gyms now defeated, it was finally time to deal with some long overdue family matters.
I guess I don't know. I guess I always discount Flannery. I always consider Norman the halfway point of the game. So chronologically, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Roxanne, Brawley, Watson, Flannery. That's 4 out of 8. But Norman's 5. I always feel like Norman's the halfway point, but it might be how RSE is structured, right? Because after Norman, then you go to the right, you go east, you go across the water, and then you go up to Fortree City, down to Moss Deep City. No, Lily Cove, down to Lily Cove City, and that is just a long trek up and down. And then you get to Lily Cove City, and then you go across to Moss Deep City, and then you have to go down to. I mean, you could go down to Pacificlog, I guess. You can't go to Evergrande because that's where the Elite Four is. But then you go do funny things. Eventually, make your way to Satopolis, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm used to running Fire Red and stuff, and it's a lot more compact. Rock Tunnel always gets me because I refuse to pick up Flash every single time. So I'll go through Rock Tunnel completely blind. I need to stop doing that because I'm wasting so much time doing that. I wonder if speedrunners just have it mapped. But yeah, I always consider Norman the halfway point. I always think he's Gym Leader 4, but he is chronologically Gym Leader 5. I think it's just like it's all the first 5 are front loaded, and then the back half of the game is after 5 because then you go up to Winona and stuff.
It's well known that our father Norman abandoned our home to be a gym leader in Petalburg, leaving me and Mom back at the house alone. Little Root has like 5 people living in it, and one of them's a huge nerd. That's like a social death sentence for a growing child, and I am filled with a burning desire for justice. After all this time, all those days of having nothing to do but watch Birch go into the same stupid patch of grass and get mauled by the same stupid dog over and over and over, I get to walk into Norman's gym and challenge him as an equal. Whatever reasoning he had.
Sorry, YouTube players being a little strange. It's delayed on pausing. I do like when her outfit swapped. It looked like it was from Gen 1 to Gen 2 to Gen 3 when growing up in that sequence. That was pretty cool.
To leave us is gonna be revealed in our battle, and it better be good. I walked through the doors. The air was weird and tense. Each trainer I battled looked at me like they already knew exactly who I was and shifted their glance away out of embarrassment, shame. What is going on here? Not even the helpful gym guy had anything to say to me. He wouldn't even tell me the type theme of the gym. I burst through those final doors to find Norman looking out his windows at the horizon. He's been waiting for me.
All right, you ready to fight Norman and his very fun and normal gym? Have you not picked up on it yet?
I haven't picked up on anything.
Say just keep going.
What is he gonna do? What Pokemon do he have? Floatzel?
Do he have?
Okay. I don't get it. I don't. What is this riddle?
I'm just watching.
Glomp? Is it
What?
because he's only using attacks that are cute and family-like?
No.
Lopunny. He can't be a fluffy trainer. That was what Flannery was. Cuddle Slam.
Is he a furry? Is that the meme here? I actually don't remember. I think we went over this in the Alpharad reaction. I actually don't remember. See, that's the fun part about doing reactions is I technically I get spoiled for certain things, but other things I will absolutely completely forget. It's like, Kip, you literally talked about the A10 Warthog. The Fat Electrician did an entire video on it. You reacted to it. Oh yeah, I did talk about the A10 Warthog. What do you mean? Oh yeah, you talked about the A10 Warthog. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny plane. I don't know. The Russian Badger mentioned it. It's the bathtub with the funny burr. Oh yeah. You don't remember that? No, not at all. I think Simon Whistler has talked about on Business Blaze. Brain Blaze, allegedly. That he's talked about how he'll do videos on stuff. And people are like, but Simon, you've done a video on this. And he's just like, oh yeah. I don't remember details from it, but yeah, I did. I feel it's that effect.
No, fluffy furry. He said, is he a furry trainer?
Yes.
Norman.
Can't a man have hobbies?
Norman.
Look, there's
Do not the Pokemon.
nothing wrong with being a furry. Many of my friends are furries, but to abandon your family to selfishly pursue your passion for Lucarios and Vaporeons and Lopunnies, Norman, how could you? You tore our family apart. And for what? Glomps and colon 3s? Admittedly,
What?
his team was too strong for me. The bond he
Oh my god, I had to... Okay, it's the funny winky face. Okay, I had to think about that, and I was like... What? It's like if somebody like actually spells out OWO. like, oh, you mean OWO.
Shared with those Pokemon was unlike anything I've seen yet. And I was gonna have to go back to the drawing board if I was ever gonna defeat a divorced man and his beloved furries. I switched around some of my Pokemon, headed back in, and again began the onslaught of devastating glomps and cuddle slams, weaving through paralyzing warm hugs and even the occasional cute charm. Eventually, it came down to our last Pokemon.
Stabby.
Okay. Slash.
Oh.
That Gen 3 soundtrack, because this is still another track from XD Gale of Darkness and Coliseum. That Gen 3 music just goes hard. I miss it, dude.
No. Shadow Sneak, please.
So you have a chance here.
Priority.
Please. Yes!
Now that my furry father has been vanquished, I was filled with an overwhelming energy and drive. It was like I unlocked a version of myself that was capable of defeating anyone and everything in front of me. I beat up all of Team Aqua that was infiltrating the Weather Institute, cleared Winona's song and dance gym without breaking a sweat. Maxie stole the blue orb to awaken Groudon like an idiot, so I had to teach him a lesson. Again.
You're gonna use the wrong orb, idiot. Why do you think the blue orb would be good for Groudon? He hates.
Yeah, that has always been the fun one. Yeah, use the blue orb on the red Limzard, or use the red orb on the blue Fiumshrait. Like, it's all. It doesn't reference in game how it's technically the opposite orb. It's the wrong orb needed.
Blue!
Team Aqua Rats did the exact same thing, so I had to do the exact same thing to them. I was on a roll. It felt like I was back in my element, finally familiar with the types, and was absolutely thriving. We pulled up to Tate and Liza's gym, ready to let nothing slow us down.
Whoa, did we completely miss Winona? Yeah, wait, hold up. Yeah, because there was the Pokemon Tower equivalent, right? Stealing the orb. That would be what, Lily Cove City hideout, right? Where the Master Ball is? We completely missed Gym 6. We completely missed Winona.
Except it looks like they...
Did she say Winona was a breeze? I totally missed it then. Yeah, I don't remember, because that was Norman. We're gonna go back a little bit because I feel like I missed it.
Overwhelming energy and drive. It was like I unlocked a version of myself that was capable of defeating anyone and everything in front of me. I beat up all of Team Aqua that was infiltrating the Weather Institute, cleared when...
So that, oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, I totally missed it. It was so quick that I absolutely missed it. That is a totally like Kip L.
His song and dance gym without breaking a sweat. Maxie stole the blue orb to awaken Groudon like an idiot, so I had to teach him a lesson. Again.
You're gonna use the wrong orb, idiot. Why do you think the blue orb would be good for Groudon? He hates blue!
Team Aqua Rats did the exact same thing, so I had to do the exact same thing.
I love that this is the still image. This is the image right here. This is the screenshot of what is Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. This right here is the PNG.
To them, I was on a roll. It felt like I was back in my element, finally familiar with the types, and was absolutely thriving.
That was the wrong Archie, though. That is remake Archie. That's Oraz Archie. So there's actually subtle differences on how his like obviously like it's whatever, right? Artistic
felt like
vision,
I was back in my element.
Yeah. So when you look at Archie, because that's his mega version. If we go to Pokemon Archie, because there are subtle differences. I was going to mention Brawly earlier as well. So if we go to Google, right? This is regular Archie. Regular Archie actually shows up in the Rainbow Rocket episode of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. This is Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire timeline Aqua Gym Leader. Not that it's bad. It's just one of those things I want to point out because it's that weird like Pokemon knowledge that I have. I think their designs do go harder. I do like that Maxie has the Megastone in his glasses. I think that it's additive in certain ways. I think like Brawly's better in terms of Oraz design and stuff. No, just interesting to think about. Interesting. I like that they went with this design over the original. I think it's more thematic. I think it's more recognizable and unique.
Element, finally familiar with the types, and was absolutely thriving. We pulled up to Tate and Liza's gym, ready to let nothing slow us down, except it looks like they specialize in a type I hadn't seen up until this point, space. Well,
the final frontier.
Time to slow down. Since I didn't have anything that could really handle space Pokemon, I went and caught myself a Bouffalant, because everyone knows Ohio type is good against space. I mean, come on. As well.
Yeah, actually, no, that tracks. Isn't that actually? I wonder if that could be a cheeky. Oh god, we were talking about this recently. I think it was in a habitual line crosser video or a Found Electrician video. There's a Ohio Air Force base. Someone's gonna know what I'm talking about. That was allegedly used to have like extraterrestrial objects, ships, and stuff transferred there. It was an Air Force base in Ohio. I can't remember the name of it offhand. Could that be the meme? Is that the reference there? Are we layers deep, or am I overthinking it? I think there could be something there. I don't know how deep the shitpost goes though.
Is prepared Sandslash and Stunky for the fight. I wasn't too confident, but made my way to the gym leader's room to find Clay. Where's Tate and Liza? Aren't you supposed to be in Unova? I wasn't anticipating this, but I guess I should just start expecting the unexpected from this game.
Oh, 100%. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which they allegedly, if they are asked, they can neither conform nor deny, which I wonder if the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base meme is the reason Ohio is effective against space. I genuinely wonder.
It's a double. Okay, it's still a double battle. 41. Oh, we lose. We definitely lose. Gun time. This isn't space. Wait, what the f is going on here?
America.
I don't know what's good against gun.
You have them buffalo. You got them guns. This is America, son. It's so on the nose. I love this.
Song. Sure, we'll go do that. Shoot!
Yep. Just shoot.
What the? He just shot my Goyle. He shot my guy again.
45 ACP. God's caliber, son. See, this is why I bring up the Wright-Patterson Air Force thing, because this is so on the nose, and I absolutely love this.
That's so much damage for not very effective. We'll do that. Oh, he's dead. He's so dead. Bare arms? Oh my god. What is this? Dude, this guy's fighting me with the Constitution.
So this isn't actually a space type gym like I was originally led to believe. This is, in fact, a gun gym. Yep. And I am being blasted to kingdom come by Mr. Red, White, and Blue over here.
America.
I failed to expect this level of unexpected, but how could I? We
Surely a surprise, but a welcome one.
switched around my team again, this time for a high noon duel battle, headed back in, but honestly, it wasn't looking that great on attempt 2 of fighting a man with assault weapons.
And air cutter again. No! No! Take it, boys.
Bare
Take
arms?
Ah! Stop! How can you do this? There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing. This
Rodeo! No! Oh, it's so good.
the fight sucks balls. Whatever.
I genuinely think this clay fight was the most out of left field, chaotic, flabbergasting Pokemon battle I've gone through in my entire career as a Pokemon player. I don't think anything Pokemon could create would ever elicit the kind of shock and despair I felt fighting Clay, the Driftvale gym leader, in my Pokemon Emerald game.
I feel like we need the copy pasta of the cannon at the top of the stairs loaded with grape shot, but it's just Braviary with some sunglasses and a 10-gallon hat. That's the one, chat. You're welcome.
Okay, I don't think this is enough. Yeah, oh, he went again, sorry.
It is also spelt. That's the wrong one. It is also spelt BARE when we talk about bare arms. BARE. So bare arms.
That's so lucky. Oh? Is this it? Yes! Clay,
Amazing.
you rootin' tootin' fucking asshole. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Get me out of here.
I basically crawl out the gym with my badge like I just got out of a fight with Wile E. Coyote, because I basically did. And now I gotta go deal with whatever commotion Team Magma is creating in the space station. Withered and tired, I walk up the stairs to Maxie and Steven arguing about God knows what at this point. Girls, I'm gonna give it to you straight.
Yeah.
I'm having a bit of a day. We all know we're just gonna hash this out in a battle, so let's just cut the chit chat. Steven, get your ass over here. And after all of what I just went through, you guys are not going to believe what Steven put me through in that cursed space center. Yeah, so the first fight, I went into it unprepared because I didn't know the team Maxie and Friend were packing. So that was a bit of an unfortunate disadvantage. It's all right, we run it back. But this is where things go drastically downhill.
Hyper voice.
Uh-huh.
Steven, you're just leaving me in the trenches?
Yep.
Why even try at this point? Thunder?
Certified just in the Gimlet Dark in the trenches of the Final Fantasy World War. Your healer says, nah, bro. What's an AoE heal?
Oh my fucking god, Steven, you idiot. Why do they only go against me? Why do they only go against me?
Yep. Miss.
Steven, you are the fucking Elite Four champion of Hoenn. Don't use Thunder on Aggron. In no world is it ever good. I swear.
It just works. 16 times the misses. It just works. Todd!
Swear to God, Steven.
Miss.
You're actually joking.
Steven, you're my guy. I've always had your back. I've been Team Steven since day one. But what in the world was that? This is not the playstyle of the region champion, buddy. Get up. Don't talk to me. I need some air. To blow off some much needed steam, I infiltrated Team Aqua's hideout because Archie apparently didn't get the memo of my threat of a knuckle sandwich if he ever tried to use bread on Blue Kyogre. Knuckle sandwich is delivered, but unfortunately, too late. Kyogre is already halfway across the Pacific Ocean to go drown Groudon. Can any of you adults do anything right?
No.
Hello?
Impossible.
Earth to Archie's brain. It's hollow! I scaled the sky tower to wake up Rayquaza and rat on the siblings duking it out in the middle of Sutopolis. Off he flew, and after a bit of non-gentle parenting, the two slinked back in their rooms in shame. Yay! Land and sea across the globe are safe once again. If I catch your asses playing with these fucking orbs again, I swear. Even though it was the 8th and final gym before taking on the Elite Four, Juan
Yeah, I'm like, isn't this Juan? Oh my god, I love this guy.
wasn't an issue. For some competitors, he could have been difficult because he actually ran a full-on crab team. Very intimidating. But I've also got a crab, and my crab is stronger than his crabs, so we won. After all I've gone through, this was the hardest I've had to claw my way to the Elite Four in a long time. But that just means victory.
Wow, this player is really struggling. I'm sorry. A lot of these pauses, I'm pausing like a full second before it's actually the desync is wild. Oh my god. I don't know if it's a Firefox issue. So I pay for YouTube Premium, right? I pay for the funny logo. But I've noticed, especially in YouTube Studio, it feels like it starts desyncing after a while, which, if that's the case, not cool, because I literally pay for YouTube Premium and am being punished for using Firefox. So your mileage may vary. That's why the pauses are seemingly a little odd in some of these videos, and I do apologize about that. Get it, Claw? It punny.
is gonna taste oh so much sweeter. I entered Victory Road anticipating an easy dungeon clear, but from the shadows
Hi, Wally.
emerged Wally. I've beaten you before, I can beat you again. Holy mother! Okay, maybe that one was a bit of a fluke. I wasn't ready. This time, Will. Turns out, Wally's tough. I didn't expect it, but he really is. This made me realize I'm not prepared for everything with my current roster of Pokemon. And if I'm gonna become the champion, I need to make some big changes. I've been swapping around my team pretty casually over the course of my adventure, but after locking in, I decided on this as my final roster. Primarina, Kingler, Aegislash, Beware, and 2 new members of Darmanitan, the Angie Fire Monkey, and Duraludon, the, you guessed it,
Gun.
Look, I've seen the power of being able to pull up with a gun. I think I'm gonna need that in the fights that are ahead of me. With these changes, I was able to rematch Wally and take home the win this time. This is it. These guys are—
But why are Beware's cheeks so sculpted? I think that's the thing that kind of just like, why are his glutes just why are they molded that way? That's the question that I need answered.
my team, and they're the ones I'm gonna become the best with. While doing some final training before the Elite Four, there was just a little tiny unexpected hiccup along the way.
Oh no.
What was that? Oh my
No!
Freddie, you would never.
I have to teach it to him.
I'll get rid of Earthquake for a bite of 87.
Awful.
5 nights? What? What the
Parish song.
Oh my Freddy, what am I turning into? You're not like this, Freddy.
For those of you who are
wow.
unaware, Five Nights is basically an unhinged version of Parish Song, where after 5 turns, both Pokemon on the battlefield are hit by a 250 base power attack. And Bite of 87 is straight up a brand new one-hit KO move, where if you get bit, you die instantly. But there's only a 30% chance of it actually connecting. High risk.
I mean, that's just other one-hit KO moves as well, though. That's Guillotine. That's Sheer Cold. That Fissure. That's all. They have the 30%. I don't know if it's different than those, however, because if I remember correctly, it does also take into account the level. So if you're level 100 using Fissure on, say, a level 1 Rattata, right? I think the calculation skews up in terms of accuracy.
High reward type move. Equipped with a plethora of new threatening moves and mons, my team was now prepared for the final gauntlet. I flashed my badges to the guards and took a step into Sydney's domain. I like that look you're giving me. Let's have a good match. As someone once taught me, you gotta be prepared for the gun. Phoebe was up next with her gamer Pokemon, and even though I was able to take down her team with my loaded Duraludon and shower-giving Primarina, the highlight of the fight was when she brought out a Freddy Fazbear of her own.
Huge win. Beware? Oh, it's Freddy v. Freddy here. It's gotta be Freddy v. Freddy. And you know what Freddy does. Oh, he got the first one! He got it! That's my fucking Freddy right there. Doesn't
That's actually insane, though.
miss. He hits that frontal lobe every fucking time.
I walked into Glacia's room. Larry, the third fight was against Larry, who normally is a gym leader and Elite Four member in Paldea, but looks like he also works for Hoenn. Jeez, man, 3 full-time jobs? That cannot be legal. You got it.
Dude's got to get the bag though. He just let him cook, okay? He is the most relatable. What do you mean? He's just a depressed salary worker. That's why he's relatable.
Talk to HR. He led with a golem that only knew Stealth Rocks and Explosion, which is chaotically hilarious. But right after that, he sent out a wall of a slacking that took out my Duraludon, Primarina, and Aegislash. Finally, Kingler was able to knock it out after pulling off a few dragon dances. Crab raids. Since I basically had a crab bazooka on my hands, Kingler just swept him from there. After the Larry jump scare, I didn't even know what what to expect for the final member. It could genuinely be anyone. Cynthia? Red? Clay butt again?
Howdy. No.
What?
No.
No. You're joking.
Oh.
He's in the fucking vent. No, wait, I'm facing the wrong way.
I didn't know that's what happened. Click the vent from that side. I'll be honest.
Not only was I flashed for simply going about my E4 challenge, but Elite 4 Sussy Baka and his sus team went dummy mode on me.
I'm scared, so I shoot. Oh no. Wait, this isn't good. This thing's gotta go. No, he's faster. He's dead. What? I thought... No.
No, not the vent.
Where is he? Ooh, nice crit. No, they all vent. Stop venting.
Well, now I
Oh, excuse me.
another crab rave.
Oh my god.
No, he avoided it. No, Krabby, I'm sorry. Ah!
I was not anticipating.
This is member 4. This isn't the champion. The sussest among us is in fact just member 4. He replaced Raiden.
A battle where their whole strategy was to hide in vents scattered all over the room, and when they popped out, they hit like trucks. Not even my Five Nights attack could hit them in the vents, which meant I was just getting my own mons attacked by animatronics. Admittedly, we were vaporized. But shut up! There's nothing in the rules about trying again. It's not a Nuzlocke. I refused to call it there because I will not let my legacy end with... Hey, see that girl? She was on her way to become the next Hoenn champion, but she couldn't get past Elite 4 member Sussy Baka. Poor thing. The second battle...
I mean, that's where I stand. I will take something harder as long as I have the Pokemon and the means to deal with it. I will take something in stride, like Radical. I got partially through it, but once again, playthrough, unfortunately, irrecoverable. I don't know where it's at. I will take difficulty over Nuzlocke because of margin for error. I will eventually solve a problem and then gain the skills to Nuzlocke eventually. Nuzlocks are just that step that I really haven't quite been willing to take yet.
Went much better because not only was I able to play around all the venting, but halfway through the fight, Kingler finally learned a better crab move. This whole time, I was being forced to use 50 base power vice grip, but now that we've got 100 base power crab hammer, it was lights out for these imposters. And with that, it was time. All that stood left in front of me was the champion. Wallace. Which makes sense because Steven was definitely fired after that Maxi fight. Out came his first Pokemon, which was a simple why not. Now let me explain something here because this thing is far more threatening than you could ever believe.
I know this thing has baby typing, which makes it things super effective against it from what I understand. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Like, this is sadistic.
The game has introduced so many new types into the world of Pokemon. Many of them are extremely powerful, but there's one type that reigns amongst them all, the absolute worst.
Do not shake the turtle.
Baby type. It's pretty self-explanatory which Pokemon fall under the baby category. Igglybuff, Cleffa, Budew, Bonsly. Literally the baby Pokemon. You know what this type is weak to?
Everything.
Literally like all of them. Think about it. If you hit a baby with anything, they're gonna be taking damage. It's a baby. So now you're probably thinking, okay, so why does the final boss of Hoenn lead with why not the baby type?
So actually, I heard recently, watching unironically a video on botulism because diseases, they fascinate me. It's the Resident Evil. It's the interest in Resident Evil. That you can't actually feed honey to babies under a certain age bracket because of the potential presence of suspended botulism spores inside of the honey. I didn't know this. It's so cool to hear about. Obviously kind of bad if it happens, right? But kind of cool to hear about. Yeah, I don't know. That comment just reminded me of it. Of just like, oh yeah, no, I literally watched the thing on botulism and botulism spores suspended in honey recently, and why you can't feed actual babies it under a certain number of weeks. Fascinating stuff. Actually, God, I love science. Science is cool. I want to know where this goes because I'm assuming this is going to be some kind of like Destiny Bond shenanigans, right?
it's also Uno reverse.
Oh,
That's
no.
right. Every single type effectiveness against this
non-weak.
thing is now flipped. It's a defensive monster, just waiting to counter and mirror coat your whole team to death for simply breathing on it too hard. I was genuinely so scared of this thing, I dragon-tailed it out of there. That's a nightmare for another time. His Latias got dragged out, which is crazy to say I was relieved to see compared to that masochist of a why not, but of course, it's still a Latias, so it takes out my Duraludon with a single Thunderbolt. Kingler comes out to finish it off, so next came Silvally, which I'll just let you watch how this
its reputation precedes it.
one played out.
I don't think I get past this thing. What even is this type? Type Emerald?
He's a type.
Type. I don't even know what that is, but it's gotta be weak to Monkey.
So type is more of a modifier than anything. It just doubles all type interactions.
Oh, shit.
So
Okay, so I die here. What?
So here's a little glitch. Sometimes, let's say.
Did it data overflow back to 1? Because you can actually do that with certain things. Like Regieleki had that problem during Sword and Shield, where you could boost its speed up so high that it actually worked in Trick Room because it reset because of data overflow. Same with Mewtwo in Gen 1. You can boost Mewtwo so high in Gen 1, RBY, right? Red, blue, yellow. You can boost it so high because Amnesia works as on these special stat, not special attack, not special. It was one stat called special back in Gen 1 that you could data overflow back to low value. I don't think that's as much of a bug as that is an actual interaction that's been around in Pokemon since Gen 1. I guess by definition, because it's an undesired result, right? I guess it does classify as a bug, like going back to like me trying to find bugs in video game testing project I worked on, right? I guess that would classify as a bug, but how often are you seeing it? How relevant is it to try and fix that? As well as, is it a priority? Is it not a priority? Or the interaction so niche that it's fine to just keep in, right? Can it be fixed by the code? Number of interactions arise from that being declared a bug.
Hey, the max damage you can deal is 999. If the game registers you as doing more, it overflows into 1 HP.
So this is Darmanitan died and came back to life, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, that gives us enough time to Banana Blitz again.
Wild.
Yeah!
We take those, all right?
You could probably, I don't know how possible it would be in the system. If that was a concern about data overflow, you could potentially make a type to default to last due to 999, right? If 999 is the maximum value before it overflows, I wonder if, because I mean, you would be consistently doing 999 then at that point, and that would be a different fight entirely. I wonder if there's some sort of modifier that, if the value would be exceeded, if value would be greater than or equal to 999, instead default to 999. I don't know. I don't have the required coding expertise to really tackle that. I feel like there could be a fix. Either way, though, it was a masterful fight. I also think it's neat because at the end of a Too Many Types video, right? Too Many Types game, right? You have interactions with the typings themselves. A kind of really good like capstone on the entire journey to showcase what you've learned about typings. I think it's neat.
Nope, I don't want to hear it. We take those. The next chunk of the battle plays out pretty normally. Wallace did have some pretty scary Pokemon, including Steven's Metagross, he very likely lost custody of, until I was face to face with this stupid little bomb again. It tried everything it could to bait my Aegislash into attacking it, but we stayed patient. I knew I had a single shot at this, so Aegislash charged up as many sword stances as it could muster before slicing that thing to the moon.
Yeah?
A final beast entered the ring. A true abomination called Sans Shedinja.
No.
This is the only Pokemon in the dex with the Sans type, and it can only be touched by a very small selection of types. A tried and true nightmare. Unfortunately for you, Wallace, I've played the genocide route of Undertale.
I have not. I still have yet to play Undertale. I don't know where it's going.
I know exactly what it's gonna take to bury this thing for good. And he's right here. It's a beautiful day, sans Shedinja. But insects like you should be burning in hell! I did it. The strongest Pokemon trainer in this wacky world of Hoenn is me. It took so much more than I thought it would to be here. Way more humiliating wipes than I'd like to admit. I lost a lot of battles. But shut up, you try playing it then. With the power of friendship, logic, determination, and maybe just a little bit of love, we've beaten Pokemon too many types.
Amazing.
And with that, we're pretty much wrapping up on 2024. This was a big Jaiden year for many personal and content-related reasons, and I just wanted to say thank you guys, as always, for watching after all this time. I'm forever grateful for my team and friends who are always supporting me, and I'm looking forward to working even harder in 2025. I still can't believe I really just love making videos this much, even after 10 years. I hope that you'll continue to support me no matter what projects I'm working on next year, and I promise to do my absolute best. Until next time, bye-bye!
So that was absolutely banger. I was, in fact, a huge fan of that. So first and foremost, you should definitely go check out JaidenAnimations if you have not. Even if you did, go ahead and support the original video. As I said, down in the description down below, you'll see a link to both the channel, JaidenAnimations channel, as well as this original video. I do absolutely recommend that you go ahead and check her out. I thought this was great. I personally tried it once upon a time, but because of how my Twitch work works versus YouTube work, unfortunately, I haven't been able to actually go through this in its entirety. And I'm going to wait a little bit of time to actually kind of let things seep out of my brain. Too many types is in the works. That being said, if this is too long from this video published date, maybe there's already a video out on it yet. I will do my best to get through as many games as I physically can. It's just been a really tiring year, and been trying to find my own way. But thank you not only to Jade, but every other artist that really worked on this as well. This was an absolutely fantastic piece. I really loved the crescendo of the Undertale theme, right? The Undertale music with that anime scene of her grabbing her Aegislash, right? I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a really cool way to take a video, right, that we've reacted to before, the Alpharad version of this, and turn it into something completely unique, which does showcase that there's an infinity of content that you can do on YouTube, right? Just because somebody's played Ocarina of Time or played Pokemon Emerald or even too many types before doesn't mean that there's nothing new you can't add to it. And I thought that this was great. This really hit my love of Pokemon, and I thought this was honestly just amazing. So definitely check out the original video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.